The United States has announced the launch of Operation Southern Spear, marking a significant military escalation in the Caribbean region. This initiative is framed by Washington as an intensified effort in the ongoing war on drugs. The operation signals a renewed focus on maritime interdiction and regional security. This development comes amidst evolving geopolitical dynamics and persistent challenges related to illicit trafficking. The stated goal is to disrupt drug flows and enhance stability across the Caribbean basin. Its implementation is expected to have wide-ranging implications for regional nations and international relations. U.S. anti-drug operations in the Caribbean and Latin America have a long and complex history. For decades, Washington has deployed military and law enforcement assets to combat drug trafficking. These efforts have often involved partnerships with regional governments. Past initiatives, such as Operation Martillo and various task forces, aimed to interdict narcotics before they reached U.S. borders. The effectiveness and broader impact of these operations have been subjects of continuous debate among policymakers and analysts. Operation Southern Spear reportedly involves the deployment of additional naval and air assets to the Caribbean. These resources include warships, Coast Guard cutters, and surveillance aircraft. The increased presence is intended to bolster interdiction capabilities. The operation's objectives are to enhance intelligence sharing, improve maritime domain awareness, and conduct more frequent interdiction missions. U.S. officials emphasize a collaborative approach with partner nations in the region. The term war on drugs has defined U.S. anti-narcotics policy for over 5 decades. This framework emphasizes law enforcement and military solutions to a complex societal problem. It has guided numerous interventions, both domestically and internationally. Critics argue that a purely militarized approach often fails to address the root causes of drug production and demand. They suggest that it can lead to unintended consequences, including destabilization and human rights concerns in affected regions. The timing of Operation Southern Spear is notable, occurring amid heightened regional tensions. The Caribbean basin is a critical geopolitical crossroads, influenced by various international actors. Concerns about state stability and external influence are frequently discussed. Some analysts suggest the operation may also serve broader strategic interests beyond drug interdiction. These could include projecting power, countering rival influences, or addressing other security challenges in the hemisphere. For Caribbean nations, Operation Southern Spear presents both opportunities and challenges. Increased security cooperation could help combat transnational crime and enhance border control. However, it also raises questions about sovereignty and regional autonomy. The presence of increased military assets could impact local economies, particularly those reliant on tourism and maritime trade. There are also concerns about potential spillover effects from intensified interdiction efforts. U.S. officials assert that Operation Southern Spear is a necessary response to growing threats from drug trafficking organizations. They highlight the destabilizing effects of illicit trade on regional security and public health. The operation is presented as a measure to protect U.S. national interests. Statements from Washington emphasize the importance of international partnerships and shared responsibility in combating drug networks. They underscore the commitment to supporting regional stability and law enforcement capabilities. Despite official justifications, the effectiveness of large-scale military operations in curbing drug flows remains a point of contention. Critics argue that drug cartels are highly adaptable, often finding new routes and methods in response to increased pressure. This can lead to a balloon effect, shifting trafficking to other areas. Concerns also persist regarding the potential for militarization to overshadow development and public health initiatives. A holistic approach, integrating economic development, public health, and demand reduction, is often advocated as a more sustainable solution. Reactions from Caribbean nations to Operation Southern Spear are varied. Some governments may welcome the additional resources and support in combating drug trafficking. Others might express reservations about the implications of an increased foreign military presence. International organizations and human rights groups often monitor such operations closely. They typically emphasize the importance of adherence to international law and the protection of civilian populations. The long-term impact on regional stability will be a key area of observation. Operation Southern Spear represents a significant escalation in the U.S. war on drugs within the Caribbean. While framed as a direct response to drug trafficking, its broader implications for regional security and international relations are complex. The operation underscores the persistent challenges of illicit trade and the multifaceted nature of security in the modern era. The success of this initiative will likely be measured not only by interdiction statistics, but also by its impact on regional stability, partnerships, and the underlying factors driving drug trafficking. The coming months will reveal the full scope and consequences of this new military endeavor. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay informed on this ongoing issue.